Hey folks, today we're going to take a look at a nice accessory that every photographer is going to need for their camera. And there's also a giveaway. Hey, what's going on everybody? I am Aunt Pruitt. I hope you're doing well. I'm unbelievable as always. It's time for another video that is actually a nice little product demonstration and review. I got a little device from the folks at Alpine Labs, and I think this is one of those must-have devices that you need for your camera. Especially if you're a beginner photographer, this is something you want to go ahead and get your hands on early as you start to progress in your photography endeavors. So what I have here today is the Alpine Labs Spark camera trigger. You can use this wirelessly or you can use this with the wire. It's pretty convenient either way. Now they sent this to me in addition to sending me previously the Alpine Labs Pulse. Now I'm going to pull these out and you can tell that these things are fairly similar in their design, but I gotta tell you, I like the Spark a lot better than I like the Pulse. The Pulse has pretty much the same capabilities as the Spark, but I'm not going to get into all of that because personally I think the performance issues that I had with it puts me off of the Pulse. So we're going to look at the Spark. Get over there. Okay, what is this? What is the Alpine Labs Spark? Okay, this is a trigger that you can use with your DSLR or mirrorless camera or whatever type of camera that you have. And it plugs in as a triggering system that allows you to snap photos without using the actual shutter button on your camera. It comes with a Bluetooth connectivity, so you can also attach it to your smartphone or other mobile device that you're using. And the app that's on it is pretty slick and intuitive. This allows you to shoot HDR, time-lapse, long exposures, or even just, regular snapshots. What I like about the Spark is it allows me to sit my camera on a tripod and get myself squared away and set up so I can shoot a long exposure pretty easily without making the camera shake from hitting the shutter button or anything like that. I can use it with the wire, which is only about 6 to 8 inches long once you stretch it out. That's not my ideal way of using it because sometimes I like to stand back from the camera a little bit. So I rather use the smartphone app and just tap the smartphone and it'll go ahead and hit the shutter for me. It's pretty slick. Another feature I like about the Spark is the IR blaster that's on the front of it. Sometimes you want to take a selfie with your camera, not necessarily your smartphone. This allows you to do that. Just set your camera up in front of you somewhere, point this device at your camera, no wire needed, and the IR signal will be received on your camera and actually hit the shutter for you. Now of course you don't want this to be aimed like that so it shows up in the frame that you're pointing in your shot. Just put it outside of the frame and make sure that it's trying to get somewhere close to the IR receiver on your camera. Currently this functionality works for Nikon cameras and Canon cameras. I believe later on in May of 2018 Alpine Labs is going to release the firmware that will allow this to work with the Sony line of cameras. I've enjoyed using the Alpine Spark because of its portability. It comes with a nice little bag and it's not too big, so it fits inside of my camera bag without any problems, and it doesn't really get in the way when I'm trying to create. That's the biggest thing for me when it comes to all of the technology and gear when you're trying to get into the world of photography, is sometimes the gear can just get in the way. I don't want the gear to get in the way. I want the gear to help me be able to create in a more efficient and effective manner. And right now, I gotta say that this Spark does the job. You can get the Spark on the Alpine Labs website for $74 right now. Again, if you have a Sony camera, you could still use it, but some of the functionality is going to be limited. But again, May 2018, you should see some updates in the firmware that will allow these Sony cameras to be able to be up to full spec. So thank you again to the folks at Alpine Labs for sending this over for me to check out. I really appreciate that. Okay, it's time for the giveaway. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know I've been a big fan of the folks over at Peak Design. I use their everyday backpack, and I also use their leash when I'm out and about doing my photo walks and photo shoots. I really dig it. Peak Design sent me the Slide Lite. This is a camera strap that is perfect for your mirrorless cameras or your smaller DSLR cameras, not the big professional grade DSLR cameras. It's a pretty nice device that's got great construction and ease of use built right into it. In order to enter the contest for this slide, go ahead and drop a comment below, but you also have to be a subscriber. So subscribe, leave me a comment below, and finally, share this video. I'll go ahead and say you get bonus points if you share this video and tag me when you're sharing it. I really appreciate all that support. I'll be announcing the winner to this contest in a future video, hopefully by mid-June of 2018. All right, folks, that's it. I'm Pruitt, and I thank you for your continued support of this channel. Be sure to go over and check out the Alpine Labs website. I'll leave a link below to the Spark. Again, it's $74 online, and I think it's a pretty nifty device. Be sure to hit the like button, share, and subscribe options. I really appreciate all of that. And also, if you're interested, be sure to check out my Patreon. That link is down in the description below. I hope you guys are doing well. So let's get out there and continue to create and dominate. Catch you on the next one.